Hello, James Craney here from InternetBizUni.com, and in today's video I will be going through the pros and cons of selling your own private label brand of products from Shopify. So you're probably aware of private label, you know exactly what it is. It's simply outsourcing your manufacturing and getting products made with your brand on them. The most likely place that you've heard of this is Amazon. Amazon FBA is the best place to start your private label brand, but once you get your brand established, you may want to start getting sales in on your own sales channel, and you might want to consider Shopify as the new sales channel for that. Shopify basically allows you a simple way to build a website. You don't need to know any code, or you don't need to hire any developers. It's very straightforward and easy to use, and you can easily set up your own website using Shopify. But before you go ahead and set up your Shopify website, there is a few things that you should be aware of. That's what this video is about. I'm going to give you the pros and what's good about selling private label on Shopify. As well as this, I'm going to give you the cons. What's bad about selling private label products on Shopify? So I'm going to jump straight into it. And the first thing that's good about selling private label on Shopify is that you are in control of the whole thing. You control it all. It's your sales channel. You are basically creating your own website so that you have full control over it. Whereas if you're selling on another marketplace, like Amazon for example, then Amazon control this marketplace. They tell you what you are allowed to say and what you are not allowed to say on your product listings. They control how you interact with the customer. They get the customer's information, whereas you get limited customers' information. When you're selling on Shopify, you have full control of this information. You can say or not say what you want about your product. And you also get to choose if you give a refund to a customer or not give a refund to a customer. Whereas in Amazon's case, they will decide this, and they will always side on the side of the customer. So you have full control when you go through Shopify and when you use Shopify as a sales channel for your own private label brand. Pro point number 2 is that you don't have to deal with Amazon seller support. As you probably know by now, if you already sell on Amazon, dealing with seller support can sometimes be frustrating. You know, you're dealing with someone not in your country, and it's sometimes hard to get your point across to them, or difficult to get them to understand what you are trying to get them to understand. Whereas with Shopify, you may have to deal with Shopify support at times, but it is a lot easier to deal with rather than Amazon seller support. Pro point number 3 is you have no direct competition. What I mean by this is when customers are looking for your products, of course you're going to have other competition. Customers can always go and look on Amazon or see other Facebook ads or search Google for the type of products that you're selling, but you've no direct competition. There's no product lined up directly beside yours when you're selling it, unless you're advertising it on another platform like Google Shopping or something like that. Then there will be. But the most of the time, customers are just looking at your product and they haven't a clear view of your competitor's product at that time, which is an advantage when you're selling products online. And the fourth and final pro point is retargeting is amazing. So you can retarget customers that have already visited your website. Whereas if you're selling your products on other marketplaces like Amazon, like eBay, or multiple other marketplaces, you don't have the information on hand to allow you to do this. You can't pixel a customer when they land on your page. Whereas when you're selling through your own Shopify website, you can do that. If you're using Facebook ads, you can create a pixel that will drop on any visitor to your page and then retarget that customer with ads. Again, you can do the same thing when you're using Google ads to get customers that have visited your page back onto your website again. And this is one of the biggest positive points about having your own Shopify site, is being able to retarget customers that have already visited your website, as getting customers back that have already visited are half sold on your product already. And these are great customers to get back, as they're more likely to make a purchase of your product. Okay, so now that you've heard all the good points about selling private label products on Shopify, it's time to hear some of the not so good points. And there are quite a few downsides to selling private label products on Shopify. The first negative when selling private label products on Shopify is that you have to arrange fulfillment of the items. So you can have your own private label items either sent to a warehouse or sent to Amazon's warehouse and fulfill them from there, or you can have them sent to your house and fulfill them from there. But either way, you have to arrange the fulfillment, and there will be a cost involved with fulfilling your items no matter how you do it, how you send the items out to your customer. So when you're using Amazon, we'll say, as a fulfillment center, Amazon can fulfill all of your orders automatically when they come in on Amazon, and they can do this for your Shopify site as well. But if you weren't using Amazon as a marketplace, then it would be less cost effective, and you will be charged a fulfillment fee that depends on the size and weight of the item that you're fulfilling. So again, if you are already using Amazon FBA, then it's great. You can simply fulfill the items that sells on Shopify from your Amazon FBA fulfillment centers. But if you're not already selling on Amazon, then you will have to go about finding your own fulfillment center to fulfill the orders that come in via Shopify. Negative point number 2 in regards to selling your own private label products on Shopify is that at first no one will trust your website. So what you will notice if you already sell on Amazon is the conversion rates are ridiculously high on Amazon. So even for my products that aren't converting well, they're still converting at above 15%, which again is amazing when you compare it to products on Shopify. You are very lucky to have a conversion rate of between 2 and 3% on Shopify, which in Amazon's case, you'd never have a conversion rate that low. And what that essentially means is that every 100 customers that comes to your website, 2 or 3 of these customers may purchase a product, whereas in Amazon's case and a lot of other marketplaces that have already built up the trust with the customer, you will have extremely high conversion rates, and you could have 15, 20 or 25% of the customers that land on your page convert into a customer. So you will sell a lot more products for the amount of traffic that comes on and sees your product for sale when you're selling via Amazon compared to when selling on Shopify. So this is a negative. You're going to have to get more traffic to get the same amount of sales as you would on Amazon. Negative point number 3 is that you're going to have high advertising costs. You're going to have to advertise for every customer to come and visit your site when you first launch. This is before SEO or anything like that kicks in on your store. You're going to have to pay for every customer that comes and visits your site, which isn't the case with other marketplaces. When you sell on Amazon, on eBay, and all these other marketplaces, then they will do advertising for you. They have people on their sites that will see your product, so you don't have to pay for every view that you get, which you do have when you first launch your own Shopify website. And it makes no odds what form of advertising you're using, whether you're using influencer marketing, whether you're using Facebook ads, whether you're using Google ads. The cost of all these advertisements is always going up and will continue to always go up. So that is something you should be aware of. Yes, there is always new advertising that comes in at a lower cost, but you should be aware that you cannot be over dependent on one type of advertising, because the cost of this advertising is always going to go up. So you're constantly going to have to be getting good at different forms of advertising to make sure that you're always getting the lowest cost traffic to visit your website. Negative point number 4 is that it takes a while to get SEO to kick in. And this, again, I'm going to compare it with Amazon. When you first launch on Amazon, you can create a good page for your product, and this will rank high in other search engines like Google and will rank high pretty quickly. Whereas when you develop a brand new Shopify site, it's going to take at least 6 months for your site to rank high. And you have to put in a good lot of work to get it to rank high. Because Amazon is such a high authority website, they will rank high very quickly, very easily. Whereas your new website will be a low authority website, and you will have to go about getting backlinks and optimizing your website for the relevant keywords that you want to show up for. So there is more work and more time involved in getting your Shopify website to rank and make organic sales, compared with if you're already selling on an authority site, which will rank much quicker and much easier for your targeted keywords. Negative point number 5 is that you will have to go about getting affiliates to promote your product if you want affiliates to promote your product. So basically what affiliates are is people who go out and advertise your product for you, and they get a commission when your product sells using their link or the link that they have sent their customers to. Amazon have millions of affiliates working for them around the world, advertising their products each and every place around the internet, trying to get traffic onto your product, because they will get a small commission off Amazon when they make a sale through their link. Whereas with Shopify, you don't have that. You don't have people out promoting your product unless you actively go out there and get affiliates to promote your product for you. And the 6th and final negative point in regards to selling your own private label products on your own Shopify website is that you don't benefit from additional sales from sales. And what I mean by that is when you make a sale on your own Shopify site, that's great. You get a customer to come in, they know you're there, they purchase from you, they may come back and purchase again, but that's it. The transaction ends. Whereas with Amazon, when you make a sale, that moves you up in the Amazon rankings and more customers will see you. So I'll just give you the example. If you launch a product on day 1 on Amazon and you make 10 sales, that's going to push you right up the rankings. You'll probably be on the bottom of page 1 or the top of page 2 for your main keywords after that initial burst of sales. Whereas if you set up your own Shopify website and you make 10 sales on day 1, then you just don't get that benefit. That's it. That's the 10 sales. You have to go out and advertise and get 10 more customers in the next day, or enough customers to make 10 sales. Whereas with Amazon, they will push you way up. So you'll be in front of way more customers after making them sales. And it's like a snowball. The more sales you make, the further up in the rankings they push you. And that's the main point that I want to make about this, is that both marketplaces are extremely good, but it depends on where you are with building your brand at this time. If you have just started building your brand, or you're considering starting your own brand of products, then I would highly recommend that you start it on Amazon. Again, Shopify is brilliant. It's very easy to build your own website, but you can do this after your brand is established. So whether that's when you get to 3 products, your products are selling well, you're profitable on Amazon, and then you decide to start your own Shopify website, that is the best way to do it, because you will need to reinvest the profits that you've made on Amazon into Shopify to get your initial customers. You will need to start advertising for every customer that you want to bring into your store, and that will cost money. You will need to set up your Shopify site, and that will cost money. So the best time to do it is when you're already profitable from Amazon. It's very easy to switch over them because you have the profits already and you're already ranked on Amazon. And that's the most important thing when you're first getting launched, is that you rank organically on Amazon for your keywords, because then you will get automatic sales each and every day from being ranked high on Amazon. But I said I'd just shoot this quick video to give you a rundown of the pros and cons from selling on Shopify, because it is a great opportunity compared to years ago when you had to go out, get a developer to build you a website. It cost thousands to get built, where now you can just spend a few hundred and you can have a website up and running that looks highly professional. It's a great resource to have available, and if you use it correctly and at the correct time for your brand, you can benefit a lot from having your own Shopify website. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.